Hey everyone, now that we have our charger's logo in as a file of SVG, we can go into TinkerCAD, open up a new design, and look at importing that file. So I've already renamed my file. You should get into the habit of renaming it every time. So I'm going to call this the charger's keychain. I'm going to go ahead and click on import, and it's going to ask me to choose a file. So I'll click choose a file, and I will import an image2vector SVG and hit open. It'll give you a little preview here. I'm happy with that. I'm going to hit import. It's going to come out really large actually. So maybe let's scale that down to, let's say 100 by 100. Keep things square. So that's going to import it. It's going to put it here in the middle of my page. It may take a minute. That's okay. Remember, you're working on uploading a complex graphic into a website, and you can see that it has depth. Okay, so it's pretty cool. It almost looks like a cookie cutter. So you can imagine like using this to cut out a cookie or something, or stamp in some ink on paper. I'm not really sure there, but we're going to use this shape to build our keychain. So I'm happy with that. It's a little too thick, so I'm going to click on it, reduce its height. Maybe let's down to 5. And I need to think, how am I going to connect this shape together? Because currently these little arcs here, the eyeball, this little piece here by the jaw, they're all separate. So if I print this, it'll all fall apart. So I need to connect it with some kind of backer. So I think the easiest way to do this is going to be to use a box. So I'm going to grab out, I'm going to take out a box here. I'm going to line it up with the sides. You're going to be a little more accurate with this than I am. But I'm going to drag it out, make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to look from the bottom view, just try to get things equal on all sides. We can see that the red and gray are Z fighting. We're getting this weird sort of like flashing. That means those two objects exist on the same plane. Okay, so let's actually go back up. My horse is at 5, so let's scale this down to 6 or 7. Let's go with 7. And I actually want the other shape, so let's actually go down a little bit to 4. I'm reducing the height of the red box so I can grab this shape really quick. So let's grab that shape. Let's use the black arrow and raise it up in the air really quick so we can set our true shape dimension. So let's go back up to a height of 7. So that's not bad for the thickness of my keychain. I'm going to drop this back down. I'm going to have it so that it just sort of hits into the red a little bit, but still stands up. I'm going to convert it to a whole shape. And let's see what happens if I group this. Let's just see, how does it look? I think it's going to look pretty cool. And I'm happy with that. Okay, I can see that the horse is cut out. So I've actually used my shape to invert my design. And rather than having it something cut out, it looks like it has embossed. And I'm actually happy with the way it looks and happy with the edging. So I guess the only piece left on my keychain is to drag out something for my keychain to attach to. So let's line up a cylinder here on the side. I would say probably between, I don't know, because I'm dealing with a larger shape, let's go with 10 by 10. Okay, so I'm just going to get it approximate here. There we go. A good hint here is to look at it from the side and drop this cylinder so that it just showcases right through. That way you know you're going to get a solid cut right through the shape. And I've changed my mind a little bit there. I don't like it being right on the edge. So with my shape selected, I'm going to use my arrow keys and just 2 up, 2 over, and that'll move the thing a little further in from the edge. Okay, so I like that. And I'm trying to think, what else could I do? Maybe I want to have my name here. So I'm going to drag out the text, and I'm going to put it right in the middle maybe. I sort of like that there. I'm going to change the text to Slater, so S-L-A-T-E-R. And it's a little bit too big, so let's shrink it down, and it might be cool actually to have this sort of punch through, or actually maybe not even punch through, but just punch through lower than the embossing. So let's lower this a little bit. Let's change it to a hole type, and let's select everything and group it and see how that turns out. I think I'm going to like the way this looks. So the hole definitely worked in the top. I don't like the way my name turned out, so let's hit Control Z. Let's not go so low, I think, with the text. I think that was too low. So let's not cut right through the shape. Let's go from the side profile, raise it up, maybe go to half height. Let's try that. Let's group everything, group it again. And this is going to be a process for you. As you design, you're going to figure out what do you like, what do you not like. And I'm quite happy with that. I think I like the look of it. It's kind of cool how the L and the S cut in and the horse stays above. Something that might make it look a little bit better, a little less confusing, is to shrink my name. So I could Control Z, undo that. I could shrink the width of my name, maybe to something like that. Group it together, and I think I'll be happy with this final design iteration. and I am. I really like the way that looks. So we have a hole for our keychain. We have a logo based on our image that we either got on the internet or drew, and I have my name on it. So go ahead, design your own keychain. Have some fun with it. There's a bunch of different shapes in here. You can go into all shapes to find more, cursive text, different shapes, butterfly wings. There's all kinds of stuff in here. So don't be limited. Have some fun, design something interesting, and we'll get it on the 3D printer as soon as possible.